Welcome to Walking with Christ. I'm Jeremy, and today we are in 1 Peter 1, verses 6 to 7. The Apostle Peter wrote there, "In this you rejoice, though now for a little while, if necessary, you have been grieved by various trials, so that the tested genuineness of your faith, more precious than gold that perishes though it is tested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ." Peter says, "In this you rejoice." Last time, we got a glimpse into the incredible promise that believers have awaiting us, a perfect, unending inheritance guarded by God Himself. It is in this that we rejoice, knowing that no matter what may come, we are protected and we have a secure place held for us in heaven with our Lord Jesus Christ. Peter then leads into one of the key themes of his epistle, endurance through suffering, as he writes, "Though now for a little while, if necessary, you have been grieved by various trials." Peter reminds us to stay focused on the blessing ahead with an encouragement that though tough times may come and might even be necessary, they do come to an end. What's interesting about this sentence is that the Greek word trials, pyrosmos, is also translated as temptations or testing. In fact, this is the same word Jesus used in what we call the Lord's Prayer, "Lead us not into temptation," or pyrosmos. That's Matthew 6, verse 13. For the record, I think trials is an excellent translation for the context here, but I might propose it can mean both temptation and trials. As we consider the trials we've faced in life, how many of them were caused by allowing temptation to overtake us? If we're honest, I'm sure we can think of at least a few stupid, self-centered decisions that led to very painful trials. It could have been running a stop sign, or it could have been infidelity, but there were lasting consequences. This is why obedience to God is stressed so hard throughout the Bible, all the way from Genesis to Revelation. Believers should always strive to deny our fleshly desires and instead obey God, because it is not only good for us, but it also shows God how much we love Him. See Matthew 16, verse 24. Obedience is not optional for Christians. On the flip side, sometimes trials come from obedience to God. We may lose friends or promotions, or in some cases, we may lose our life. And then there are just times and situations when God, in His perfect will and goodness, allows circumstances to test us. All of these trials are for a little while, and they all have a purpose. Peter explains the purpose as, "so that the tested genuineness of your faith, more precious than gold that perishes though it is tested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ." Most of us don't like to be tested, but we know how great it feels when we work really hard and we pass that test, especially if it was a really difficult one. The Apostle Paul wrote, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it." That's 1 Corinthians 9, verse 24. Often the toughest tests provide the greatest rewards for those who persevere to the end. Peter tells believers that our faith is tested for the most important of all reasons, to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ. Our faith is indeed more precious than gold, and as we saw last time, it is guarded by God in His heavenly vault. And while we are recipients of the eternal blessing and inheritance that faith leads to, the definitive and primary purpose of our faith is that we bring glory and honor to God. When we resist temptation, when we deny our selfish desires, and when we obey the Lord, our lives sing praises to God in very tangible ways. It's a true form of worship that others witness as evidence of our genuine faith in Jesus Christ. For all Christ has done for us, there is really no better reason to rejoice in trials than because it brings Him glory. And when things are going really well in our life, we must not neglect to have a heart full of thankfulness. In every season and with every step in our walk with Christ, we are given an opportunity to bring praise and glory and honor to our great God.